Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, July 13th. Let's go. Let's make some money. We'll dive right into it. I'm going to show you where my entries and exits are going to sit. And then the market's going to open here in about 10 minutes and we'll be ready to rock. Good morning to anybody who's here. Cube Gift, good morning. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it as always. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Getting ready to make some money off of a bunch of range. So here we go. We'll first start with our ATRs and kind of look and see where we're going, see if we have enough range for the bands. MYM, we're on 556 on a 326 range so far. Nice two-way action overnight. So yep, good to go there. 49 on an 83. So we're good to go there. So a ton of range to work with today. So not really going to be too concerned with staying away from the Rankos today. So we'll be able to look at the plus twos and the minus twos today, which is kind of exciting. Give us a little bit more options. Let me just turn this down quick. It's just distracting me while I'm talking. Let me just turn this down for y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone who's here. So right now we kind of see over the last 2 days kind of been neutral. Right now we are in a neutral pattern, maybe a little bit bull neutral, but still inside range. We have definite orders sitting at prior session high of day, so let's throw that in. We got one sitting at prior session low of day, as always. Right now we have these stacked developing POCs, Friday's POC, as well as the trend line. So right now, not a long for me on the prior day POC. Kind of want to let the morning develop and see what we got going on there, but have no problem resting order, especially with the range. We can see that's going to be, if it got up there, that would probably align perfectly with the plus two. So that's where that's going to sit. I also feel very comfortable resting orders at high of day on the ES. I will not rest at T-line, but we are in a bull continuation on the ES, so definitely a little bit more of an upward trend than the MYM. I do feel comfortable going long here. We can see where those align with the Rankos if you'd like. Well above and below, so we would need a little bit of an expansion. Probably be close to 100% ATR if we did get up to, or just one ATR, if we got up to those levels. We are in a bear continuation pattern on the small caps. I don't rest orders pre-market on these, so we'll wait till the market opens, but we see nice stacked. This is kind of like a nice little zone that we could draw. If you're into drawing zones, it would kind of look like this, just to give myself a little bit of something to look at or draw my attention to. And then we can make this nice and red. Oh, that's green. That's the wrong one, Finn. Get your mind right. Sorry, Monday, a little bit Monday scaries. All right. And then we could actually do the same down here. This is a good example of what we could do down here. And that will kind of just give us a better visual representation. I don't always draw in these zones, but sometimes I will, just especially when now I'm starting to look at a couple more markets. Just makes it easier just flicking through all the tabs just to see what's going on. And just for shits and grins, I like to sometimes look at gold, see what they're doing. But where gold, so outside day down, can look for longs, but a little bit of a bear continuation pattern here after being somewhat neutral for most of last week, I believe, in gold. Yeah, pretty much neutral. Okay. We can see that I am not back far enough. For some reason, this keeps getting set where I want these at 90. I must not be saving it right. Let's see if these are all right then. Oh, it's going to load now. Data series. Going back 90 will just make sure that it's the only thing that's going to affect is the 233. That's the only thing that's being 90 days back. On the Rankos, I go back like 5 to 7 just because that's so much data. It'll just chew up. It'll chew up your CPU and things like that. All right, that's on 90. This is on 90. 90. Just a little Monday paranoia, just making sure all my settings are good. when I was trading in the trade room, you would be able to see it right away because you would see that your lines are off from everybody else's. But now you got our own trade room. So now you got to make sure, I got to make sure that I'm right so that you're right. Workspaces, tower space, save. All right, here we go. 5 more minutes till market opens. Oh yeah, so some of us look gold, outside day down. And now we can see a little bit more. It's kind of been up and down. The Nazzy, which scares me. We are at the prior session low of day with, once again, a fair amount of range. 500, 496 on a 632 ATR. So traders can definitely trade that if you are a Nazzy trader. I would definitely wait till market opens, but we have prior POC as well as right there. We have prior POC. We have what looks like could be very easily a new developing POC up here. We have value area high. So right here at the +1s, if you're an aggressive NASDAQ trader, I apologize for the coughing. If you're an aggressive NASDAQ trader, this is a good little short up here. But then you also have this offer zone up here that you'd have to probably be willing to take some heat or just be patient and wait if you're a NASDAQ trader. I was saying in the Discord this morning, I went back and did a lot of testing, back testing, and just reviewing my journal from TradeZilla. Let's get a drink of water here. And I found a huge confluence in when I take shorts on green candles and it's not working out for me, even on +2s. I found that, and this is not so much long, and I'm a long bias guy and it's easier to pick bottoms, but I found that when I go short on a red candle, I am almost always successful, like 95% win rate, where anytime I'm entering at like a prior session high of day and taking drawdown, that is usually happening on a green candle. And I could use Friday as kind of an example of what might have happened, but entering on a green candle, taking some heat, coming through, actually wicked up, came back down. Once again, the next time I went through prior session high was on a green candle, would have taken some heat. Here, I would have taken shorts and been okay. So I'm just going back and looking at the amount of times that it has hit prior session high of day and then kept going on a green candle, which led me to heat, just making me a little bit more cognizant of when I'm taking shorts at prior session high of day and just making sure that it's not this huge Kermit candle that's going to get me smoked, if that makes sense. 3 minutes till market open. I'll give a shout out to Trades by Matt for the 2 people here. Dude's going multi-prop. He's been known as the Apex trader. All he trades is Apex. And I talk to him often, and I'm like, dude, just do more props, man. Make more money. He's like, I'm good. Well, finally decided to go multi-prop, and I think he's streaming all day today. So when I'm done here, I'll have the Trades by Matt stream on all day. Pretty sure he's giving away a bunch of stuff, too. And just a dope dude as well. So always love to support that guy. So we'll keep the 2 orders, the 2 screens that we have resting orders as the market opens here. We'll have the MES and we'll have the MYM. Real quick, I guess we have a minute 45. We can see the Tradeovate accounts. I mean, Tradeify. I'm on Tradeovate. The Tradeify accounts, just under $700 worth of profit. We get green today. We might be able to hit up into that 700s, which would be nice. You can always use code Brad. Get yourself a nice little discount. I think 40% off. Is that what the... Yep. That's what the banner says. 40%. I trust it. I trust it. About a minute till market opens here. Be nice. Last week was just one of those weeks where I was done by really 9:40. And, like we were done pretty quick, and then I missed this news. Thank God. I know, what does it look like on the NASDAQ? Like I know a lot of people got smoked on this candle. Opens up here and crashes down. being out of the markets earlier in the morning, although I'm missing opportunities, obviously in the afternoon, like look at this prior, like that's what dreams are made of in our line of work. But I'm also avoiding other big tape bombs and things like that could really get you. And I find that I would have been hurt more. I would have been hurt more by those news tapes more often than I would have made money in the afternoon. So I'm really starting to like getting out of here. Or I was saying to my wife, the fact that I can be done early and I'm not sitting at work just staring at the screens. It's kind of nice. We're going to get a fill. Let's go. All the way up. Come on down. Markets are open. How high do we want to push? This might be an example of where we're entering at prior session high of day on a green candle, but we'll see what happens. We could take a little bit of heat. No real ads above that. So I can kind of take some heat and see what happens. But yeah, we can go all the way up. We do have a ton of range too. So see what happens. Didn't I say if it comes up, it'll probably align perfectly with the +2s. That's kind of where I want to be. So I'm going to wait and hope that that triggers. We want to get in. We want to be in a trade. We want to be in a trade that makes sense. Prior session high day with a +2. I'm going to come in.
Order filled.
Just like that. We're in.
Order submitted. Order filled.
First time in a while, it hasn't gone 100% our way from jump, right? That's okay. We're here to take a little bit of heat. Exactly what we were talking about. Entering on a green candle. No more ads for me. Anybody else get along with me prior session high day there? Everything boosted. Ew. Strong open. I need that because I actually have options expiring today. I have puts expiring today, so could definitely use a strong open. Let's see if we can ride this all the way back down to developing POC. We'll see what happens. See how long we got to sit in it. Now, I don't personally short outside day up because we are now outside day up. So I know a lot of people would be willing here, especially with this much range, to place another order at high of day. That's something that I'd be interested in on the next candle. So if it comes all the way up, that's not an add on this candle, because then we're shorting a very, very big expansive green candle. But going into the next candle to manage a trade with this much range, even though we're outside day up, I could consider adding at high of day. It really just depends on how much drawdown. I'm not really willing to eat into my daily max loss by more than even 40%. At like 125 red on this, that would be an exit for me. Everything looking red. We need a Dow to come back and join all your other market futures. Be a little red for a little while. I know. I'm really watching small caps. Prior session POC. Trend line. It really would depend on how much red I'm in here. I do like good setups, but I don't want to get myself in a situation where I got to kill this early because I entered on another instrument. I don't love all this support forming here. Definitely want to break through that. See what happens at the EMA, which it loves to just touch. It loves to touch the EMA. So see what happens. But definitely want to try and take out this support here. We are short the Dow, GD. We are short the Dow. We are short the Dow. Just actually checking my options right now. Nice. Just rolling some options real quick. Filled. So I got $137 there. That's nice. Gotta put that in the Discord real quick. Anybody not in there, I post all my trades in the Discord. Maybe not exactly when they're happening, but I definitely try and get it in there quickly after. Suck it, Al. Nice little wick. All right, it didn't stay up there, which is good for the small caps. I don't need to worry about that just yet. A little chilly today. A little chilly in the office today. It's crazy how a +2 with a target of +1 becomes a +1 with a target of VWAP. -2. All right. Well, that's pretty much session low of day. Just be careful. This is it's a pretty big candle here. Just be cautious. Have a nice tight stop. But I mean, yeah, for me not being a NASDAQ trader, it's risky just for that. But then seeing this, who knows how long this wants to dump for, right? Tough to say. But it looks like you're going to get what you want. We'll see how long it takes to get there. $9.41. What a long trading day. Grinding today. And even though we kind of entered at, even though this was +2, right? Just want to reiterate again for anybody that just got here. This is a prior session high of day enter, right? Yes, it did align with the +2s, but this was an entry and my exit at developing POC, even though that developing POC is pretty much VWAP. I mean, that's just a confluence between the two charts, but it's just coincidence that it was at +2. Now, let's say prior POC was just below VWAP and it was dancing around here in the middle. Yeah, that's when I might bring it up and align it with VWAP a little bit. But I can't say this enough, especially for those of you that follow Rod, like 30-minute chart first and foremost. That was such a huge, huge difference in my trading. Shifting my eyes from the right screen to the left screen first. And I think the Renkos, really what they're doing is they're showing that it's mean reversion, but you don't need them. I can't remember a time in the last month of being profitable that I said to myself, wow, the Renkos really got me done today. Like I got that trade because of the Renkos, where now everything is what a good open on that prior session high of day. You know, what a great long off prior session low of day. And the thing about an entry way down there at prior session POC, it's the likelihood, right? Look at this candle. The likelihood of it going down there on this candle, kind of like, all right, we're going to be in this for the long run. You know, probably going to be in this for a candle or two. The only time I'm really going to think about moving that is if that developing POC moves. But I mean, it's pretty realistic even to, I mean, it'd be a home run trade. Maybe if I had multiple contracts on and I could have a little bit of a runner. But, you know, putting a target down here at trend or even prior session POC is not ridiculous. It seems far away, but it could get there. And if I was in two contracts, that's what it'd be. It'd probably be like a nice take some profit here at this volume node and then maybe shoot for a runner. But as I mentioned a few minutes ago, for anybody that just jumped in, there's no ads until the next candle for me. There is +2 ads on the next candle for me if we're still in this trade, but there's currently no more shorts for me. I mean, do we want to have like the biggest wick of all time on this opening 30-minute candle? Come down and hit target? And also, too, it's worth thinking out loud. I'm definitely like, oh, I might want to take some profit here and get out with some green to start the day. But I would be re-entering. I would want a re-entry back at the +1. So it's almost like I might take some off and then just re-enter up there and start with a nice little 18. Got filled and subsequently run over. Oh, no. No. Oh, I mean, how much heat did you take? It never got down there. It never got to the -2s, though. You got in earlier? See, so if I would have taken some profit here, I would have wanted to get in again anyway. So I'd have the same entry. The only difference is I give back that little bit of unrealized green that I had that I could have started again with. Jumped in. I like your style. Always love a good stretch. You always see me stretching. My shoulders are old and beat up. No real volume nodes sticking out just yet. I guess right around here. Got this resistance here. It's kind of showing right here on the profile at 12. Getting some movement there. Nice little wick out. Just moves so fast, I can't even imagine what like the P&L looks like. I'm not currently in the MES. I just have resting orders at prior session high of day and low of day. Yeah. Here they are right here. Depending on where we are, I might look trend later. But yeah, kind of just watching this Dow first. See what this Dow wants to do to me. It's a matter of does it want to follow along or is everyone going to come catch up to the Dow? 10 minutes left in this candle. And thinking out loud again, like when I try and take those $15 winners, right? So now it's a situation where I re-added and I'd really be 0 on the day back here. So just when you take a little off the table early, it just gives you a little bit of a buffer, but just not a play I really wanted to take today. I have a little, if I was rushing out of here and I had things to do today, yeah, that might have been take $15 off table C, but I got a little bit of time. I can trade till like 10:30, 11 today. So just give it a little bit more time to breathe. Over the next 9 minutes, definitely want to see a nice weak close and then a continuation with a red candle down to target. That'd be, I think, the idea. If we had to paint the picture perfectly, that'd be dope. And once again, working on some pretty good range. What are we at? We're at 414 divided by 557. I always round up. Yeah, we're at 75% of range, so that's also promising. I'm curious, how's your Nazzy trade going? All right, taking some heat on the NASDAQ trade. Things starting to look a little heavy. Man, gold comes through here. It has room to fall. Yeah, just manage risk accordingly. We see red. We even see losing trades. Just manage risk accordingly. Don't let things get too freaking crazy on you. Especially on the first candle of the day. What do you want to do now? 7 minutes to go on this candle. What do you want to do? Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta wear a hoodie. I'm freaking cold. Oh, yikes. What do we have here? Can a kid go get a hoodie without coming back to $50 worth of drawdown? Nice. Yeah, no, I definitely, as I mentioned earlier, I'm sure you hear, no shorts for me on this candle. I'll wait till the next one. Plus, even plus twos. You know, this is a situation where I'm not trying to get trying to get short on into their strength. But in 3 more minutes, then we can open up to plus 2 shorts for me. I just want to see a little bit of weakness before I start trying to bet against it again. Yeah, they're definitely not playing nicely together today. Got this dumping, this pumping, and this just chopping around. So different. Nobody's taking control. Yeah, definitely want to see some weakness into the close. See this volume profile. We're getting ready for a POC shift as well. Pretty much, I think the next time we run through here, there's going to be a POC shift up there. Oh, good bounce on the Nazzy for you. Go GD. Hopefully you stayed in there. Now we wait. Yo, Nazzy. Oh, man. Gee, did you get that? I hope you did. There's a yes, finally. All right, things are starting to move. Fortunately, against me. That a boy.
Order submitted.
I can't see that working out. Nice. Good stuff. GG's. Let's see if I can have the same fate. I mean, $240 for me, that's like life-changing money. I don't think I've ever had a trade go 240. Not since I stopped trading minis. But it would be those days where, yeah. Those $240 wins weren't worth it because that means I was just scalping for 10, 12 points on the NASDAQ. Now at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely I don't want to see this come up and fill me just yet. Right? We come down here and then it immediately pumps green. That's gonna show me some strength. So I would like to just think that I missed that entry now at this point. Full candle retracement wouldn't suck. Suck it down. I'd like another 100 points suck it. That would be great. This will probably get moved here now. But I was just saying a minute ago, like, I don't really love this ad now after seeing this. And there's the POC shift we just discussed. Saw that coming a mile away. There's a part of me that wants to be into here. Maybe get a bounce up to here and get in again. Yeah, I know there's a part of me that wants to get out of the Dow here and be able to enter at a little bit better price. We'll see. It definitely would be like a graceful exit mode kind of trade. Right, like get out with a little bit of green and be able to re-enter here. That's kind of where my mindset's at. Then again, don't want to sit through a 40 minutes just to get a buck, you know. It was pretty nice support here. It would be tough to get this great move and then watch it go away against me. Not gonna lie. I'm seeing, I just don't want to be too conservative. Like I said, you got to be in a trade. Are we going to get a full candle retracement though? And we only get to blow the horns if we take a full take profit trade. We'll say this. We're not going to let this go green to red on us.
Order submitted.
It won't go green to red. Yeah, I kind of want the 20 bucks, guys.
Order filled. Order canceled.
Not gonna lie, that one felt good. That one felt really good, boys and girls. That was the most patient I've ever been with a trade in my whole life. And I'm glad that for the 4 people watching, the joy on my face. Thanks, Mike, because it's such a long process to really dial in all of the gears, and it's just to be able to sit through this whole candle for 30 and then watch it like so many times and be like, look, I'm not going to get any. You heard me saying it. Take it off here. Take it off there. I mean, that was sitting through drawdown and just being patient and trusting the method and not caring about the outcome and just thinking to yourself, it's going to go against me or we're going to get it. Now, far from that, Cube Gift, but I appreciate the kind words, but I'm just trying to get better. You know, like, yeah, this right here is not very Instagrammable, right? It's not going to get me clicks, but $717 worth of profit since June 10th, $30 a day at a time. Just, it feels good. The joy is more from knowing that I had the skill set if I followed my rules to be successful, And now just watching it play out, it's dope. And GD got a good trade. Like, hopefully everyone's getting some winning trades today. Yeah. That was dope. I think emotional capital wise, I'm gonna leave on this high because it feels good. I'm home for a couple more hours, so I'm probably not done trading. So for what it's worth, if you're curious what I'm doing, and I'll put it in the Discord, prior session POC, which is kind of aligning with -1s, is probably a long for me. Unless, like I said, we just keep dumping. The rest of the markets are red, so I will keep that in mind. But I'm probably going to take these off for the day.
Order canceled.
We're good to go on these unless
Order
something
canceled.
crazy happens. And going back, leaving early, going back to Friday. Like, yeah, not a lot of movement, getting a little bit off the open, and then hearing about all the people that were long at prior session high day or whatever, and then just got cooked. Or yeah, you could have had a prior session low of day and got rewarded. But that risk to reward of a tape bomb later in the afternoon is the reason why I'm most likely will just shut my computer now and be good to go. And I mean, did we bottom tick this shit or what? Bottom ticked it. Love that. Okay. Keep it lit, guys. Thank you so much, as always.